Alright, I am back with the ability to actually record video again. That is thanks to my brand new PC, which I just got today, and I just thought I would cover that kind of briefly because I know some people have been asking me questions about it and things like that. In short, my other PC had some sort of corruption thing happened with non-stop blue screenings, unable to install Windows. I'm keeping it. I might salvage it and repurpose it, and yet it just felt like it was kind of time for an upgrade anyway. So I just sent out a tweet asking for recommendations for a new PC, and far and away the most recommended brand was PowerGPU, which I had heard of, but I didn't really know that much about. I did end up going with them. This is not a sponsored video or an ad or anything like that. I just bought a PC from them, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I know some of the people actually already went with PowerGPU just based on everyone recommending it to me. I know that they kind of went out of their way to accommodate me in terms of getting this to me fast. I think all of this drama was unfolding this weekend, and here it is Friday of that same week, and I already have my PC all set up. So they did a really great job in kind of rush putting it together, but obviously it's still quality. Everything works in terms of it getting shipped here, and I was nervously waiting around all day for the giant delivery box to show up that I had to sign for. And naturally, the 15 minutes I go out to grab lunch from my wife and I, it comes, but she was here to sign for it, so that was good. Pretty much the process was just I was DMing with them, but you go to their website, you fill out a form of like, what do you want out of the PC? How much are you willing to spend? Like, what will you be using it for? And they will come up with an estimate for you. They pretty much just send you a list of parts that they are going to assemble the PC for, and then labor costs, I think, $150, which for me, who does not know how to build a PC, is a steal. I think that's a great deal. So I have the combination of I need my PC to play at least some amount of games on here instead of console. Obviously, I write on here, which does not require a good computer, but I do video stuff. So I want like a good PC for sure, not like a crazy nuts streamer PC. So in terms of like the specs, the top line is it's got a 380, it's got i7, it's got 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte SSD, which is a massive upgrade from my 100 gigabyte SSD in my old computer, because that was like, I don't know, I guess the early days of people getting SSDs. I had like a bigger storage drive. That was, I could install like 2 games on it at a time. It was like Destiny and Fortnite were the only games I could even have installed at a given time. So this is much different than that, and that has been great so far. As you can see, these photos here are kind of professional shots that PowerGPU took that are a lot better than the shots I took when it got here. But this is my actual PC. They were taking photos of my actual PC ahead of shipping it to me. And now that it got here, I finally have one of these fancy RGB computers that it's all flashy and stuff. You can't see it in frame right now, but it is flashing. There are 9 fans. 9 fans? Yeah. It's over here somewhere. But like, it's a lot of fans. There's a whole lot of fans. And the liquid cooling thing is like, it's actually blowing out cold air, which is not normal for most PCs that I own. It's usually blowing out hot air. My poor laptop trying to run like Destiny and New World. I have like a Razer blade from a few years ago, and it was struggling. Like my keys were like melting because of how hot it was getting. I have not even heard the strain once yet. I had a game earlier where I had people guess what the 5 games I had installed first were, and nobody got it. Everybody was at like 4 out of 5 because people were guessing things like Avengers and Outriders that I have on console that I don't actually play on PC very much. My games are Destiny 2, Cyberpunk, so I wanted to see how that looked, Genshin Impact, Fortnite, because I got to do guides and take screenshots still, and then New World. New World is the footage I'll be playing here at some point, and it's running on very high. It is not straining my PC at all, which my last 2 computers it definitely was. I know that there's all these warnings about 3080s. I asked them about it. They said that this model card should be fine. If it blows up, I guess that's a story I can write. Pretty big one too. And yet it seems fine so far. I've had no problems with it. The immediate thing I notice more is just that the frames are so good on everything I've played. I've tested out all of these games, and everything is just so smooth. Like, I don't really know. So I booted up Cyberpunk, and like, it didn't look like it wasn't totally transformative, but I also don't think I necessarily have all the right boxes ticked yet. So I got to go kind of look up some settings, presets for that in terms of like how to make that game look better. Because like it's on very high or it's on ultra ray tracing and all that stuff, but it doesn't quite look like the crazy versions of the game I've seen on PC. And I feel like this could run, you know, a 3080s and a 3090, I guess. And oh, this computer, for people asking, this is like about 3.2K with everything, including labor, including shipping. So it's not like a 6K, you know, mega ultra computer or something, but it's pretty solid, obviously. And so I have to kind of figure out the best settings to do everything with, but like everything just plays fantastically on it so far, and I have no complaints there. It took me a long time to kind of remember everything I need installed, like, oh, the screenshot program I use, like, or OBS or Discord, like all these things I have to kind of remember here. The only trouble I had was like some of my cloud accounts, like Microsoft Cloud Save and OneDrive and stuff are really screwed up, but that has nothing to do with the PC. That's just Microsoft kind of sucking. But I think I've gotten everything installed for the most part, and I am good to go here. I am, knock on wood, hoping that everything just goes smoothly here, but I've had zero issues with this. It was packed really well. They have internal foam and stuff for all the components once it's built, so you don't have to worry about that getting jostled around, despite I don't even know where they shipped from, but it made it here in one piece. Setup was literally plug like 3 things in and turn it on because it's all pre-built. I know people love building their own computers, and that is a great pastime. It is just not something I can do. I am not smart enough, so good work to all of you who can do that. But this was kind of the best setup for me, and at least, you know, on day 1 here, I'm happy to recommend PowerGPU. Even free of any sort of ad sponsorship. It was just a very good experience. I understand why so many people recommended them, and I do think I probably got some amount of preferential treatment just in terms of like getting this out to me really fast. I don't necessarily know that they're going to be able to get everyone your exact PC in 5 days, but they did say they have a lot of kind of component stock when there were significant shortages earlier. They don't seem to be as bad now, so if you did want to get one, I guess now might be an okay time. So you just fill out a form and send it to them, and they'll give you an estimate, and you go from there. So anyway, I'm excited to test a bunch more stuff and figure out settings for everything here, and hopefully have no more issues recording video or anything like that. I'm really excited to get back to videos where I'm actually on camera, and Evie is actually on camera. Evie, are you back on camera? Have you been waiting for this? Yes. Okay. So anyways, thanks for sticking with me during my audio-only week there, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.